Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. The Rock turns heel in a big way. Mello finally reveals his true feelings via steel chair. And the Elimination Chamber sees a few entrants via qualifier match. We discuss all these things tonight here on ECW. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling enthusiasts alike. I am the Jackie Miles, and it is still We the Ones over here. I am blessed to share the screen with my crew, with my boys. First, our resident tribal chief himself, Heel Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation. You can find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Also on our screen, the man that knows 33 and a half holds, Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay. Find our coach on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, hosting all the ECW Underground, is our wise man and our bodyguard, B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989. You can find us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling. You can find us on X at Ebony Championship Rest. This episode is brought to you by Blue Magic, like Pepsi, but Blue Magic. Gents, what's going on, boys? How's everybody doing? What's happening? Coach, how you doing, my boy? What's
good,
up?
Man. It's a brand name, man. You just brought me back to that flashback. What a great movie, man. It's like Pepsi. It's a brand name.
We support black businesses. We support black businesses.
Please support your black businesses. It's good to see y'all, man. Hey, family's good, man. Great week. Business is good. Going well. Starting out the year, and excited, man. We was just talking about, before we went live here, wrestling's, man, and it's in a great spot. A lot of ish going on. Can't wait to break it down. Hey, as soon as that happened last Thursday, I wanted to get on the podcast with y'all like then. So I'm looking forward to chopping it up with y'all tonight. But everybody's good down here in Dallas, TX. Doing well, man. DFW representing. I can't wait to get into tonight, boys. What's up, guys? Griff, what's up, bro?
Man, life is good, bro. This, of course, man, I've been waiting for barely could sleep this week because I was just anxious to get on this cast, get on this microphone. Like, yo, I was about to text everybody, say, yo, man, I think we need to reschedule and do this thing on Friday or something, bro. But what a week, what a last few days. We're gonna be diving in tonight. I'm excited to get going and rolling this conversation with you boys to hear your thoughts and man, it's here we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like PIVOT, pivot. Here we are.
That's the word. That's the word. How you feeling, boys? Jackie? What's up, brother? Looking well? New lights?
Yeah, bro. Got a new production system happening in here, man. Last week, my whole situation fell apart, and I had to finagle it in a way. I can't say what I really want to say, but I had to make it work like I knew I could. So, but yeah, new system over here. So we trying some new things, but all good this way, man.
Good, man. Good.
Had a snow day today, so enjoyed that, and did not go outside, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And
enjoy a good snow day.
Yeah, man.
Always.
Perks of being a teacher. One of the few perks of being a teacher.
Yeah, man.
So it was nice to kind of chill today and kind of catch up on the wrestling week that it was, because there was a lot of clips to go back to, a lot of stuff to research and Coach, man, where you want to jump in at? Let's go.
Before we get started though, hold on. Like, we gotta, I know it's WrestleMania season, but let's look at Heel Griff right here, Jackie. What just chalk line spokesperson, man. It looks like Mr. WrestleMania strikes again. Tell us about the feat you got. It looks like WrestleMania 40 already hit you up. What's going on, man? What you got on?
Man, this is this WrestleMania. Shout out to Chalk Line. This is WrestleMania 40, the newest varsity Mania 40 exclusive jacket that is pre-release here.
Mhm.
Feel warm and cozy. Like I
Nice.
told you guys before we got on the air, like depending on how it go, man, I might have to come out this boy, But other than that, man, the detail got the Liberty Bell on the side.
That is right. Nice.
Man, it's very good, man. And I got this courses represent 40. And if y'all look in the back, y'all see 39 and 38 Hollywood and Dallas in the back too, man. So
Oh yeah. Oh
trying to
yeah.
keep that WrestleMania streak alive, man. We in that season, one of my favorite seasons and busiest seasons of the year, man. And I'm very excited. No rush. Take
Oh
it
yeah.
one day, one blow at a time, man. This is one of the, what was it, 2 years ago when we was in Dallas? They called it the stupendous. I think this year is going to be beyond stupendous the way things
Yeah,
looking, man.
man.
And
Can't wait.
I don't even know a term to call this one yet, man. But yeah, man. Shout out to Chalkline for this stupendous, over stupendous to the 10 power jacket and WrestleMania. Here we are.
Hey man. With that being said, I might have to tap into the. Hey, see, might have to go gut it out in Philly in that cold weather to see this one. The way they promoting it, gentlemen. It started out in Vegas last Thursday, and we knew we needed answers, and we knew we needed something to solidify which way in the hell they're gonna go with this main event. So obviously, the fireworks was on there. Seth Rollins comes out first, obviously, then Roman, then The Rock, then Cody. But more importantly, the smack heard around the world. Basically, this fool said, "Keep my family's name out your bleeping mouth," and then and then the rest was history. Guys, let's get into it. Do you think that this was part of the original plan for the main event to go this way, or was it the pivot, or did they have to do what they had to do and pivot? And then first of all, and then obviously last but not least, give me your thoughts on this press conference overall. But let's start with that. What you guys thought about that segment? Yeah, Griff, heel Griff.
I had to go first on this one. Let me answer this question first, Coach. Your first question was basically, was this
Mm-hmm.
originally the plan, or was this a pivot?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly can say I don't know. And here's the reason why I don't know, because there was a lot that transpired that we all know with injuries and, of course, the Cody crybabies. And let's be real, there's Roman crybabies out there too. That's not being mentioned, but it's some
Oh,
Roman crybabies out there too. But with that being said, I think this is a pivot move, and this is a
okay.
pivot move where there's nothing still set in stone. It's just we're going to keep pivoting until we figure out and find out, okay, this is what it's going to be. So I know there's a lot of different um, media rumors and different things going out what the main event is going to be. One thing I will say that's factual now, Cody and Roman is in the main event. But to answer your question, to me, I feel like this is a pivot move, and they're going to continue to
Mhm.
pivot even more till they figure out and find exactly what it is set in stone, what they're going to do with this.
Yeah, man.
You really think you really think it's set in stone that Cody and Roman are the main event?
That I can't say set in stone. I'm set in stone now because it's made official.
Nah,
But
you can't set it in stone and then take it out the stone, bro. If it's set in stone, it's set in stone. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
Like,
though.
so
no,
is it
no,
like, is
the,
this
the
the way they're
no.
headed?
Hear me out. The match is already set. Meaning, when I say set in stone, the match is already set. It's on the site. It's already out there. What I'm saying is, as far as that pivot to that, it could change again. That's what I'm saying. That's what's more interesting in this pivoting, is that we got something set now, but will it change again? And it possibly can.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's set
Mhm.
in stone because it has the potential to pivot
To
once
move.
more.
Move
Like,
forward.
like they're saying it too much. They're saying this is the main event. This is the main event. Way too much for me to believe that this is actually the main event. We haven't heard from Rock and Roman again since the slap, so we can't. So we don't really know what's gonna come from this, because we've heard Cody say like, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, but we don't know if that's truly what's about to happen here, because they're so
Mhm.
adamant about that's the main event. And it was just last week, it was Rock versus Roman that was the main event. And so I think this thing is going to continue to go back and forth until we get to maybe like the week before or something like that. So exciting stuff though, because
Yeah.
we got heel Rock back. Like
Let's be excited for that.
can you this is what I was excited to tell y'all. Can you
Mhm.
imagine when Roman's music hits and then the Rock's music hits and they both come out throwing up the ones? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. This is what I
Man.
want. I didn't know that this is what I wanted. I thought I
Yeah.
wanted both of them going against each other. Never thought that they would ever like form the bloodline. Why
Yeah.
didn't we think about that, gentlemen?
I was so relieved to see him, the way The Rock just sat there and sunk the crowd in. He had no choice. So I'm saying, to answer my question, is it's a pivot. But to your point, Jackie, it's exciting to get him back, Hollywood Rock. I like how the way he did it on the fly. He was through his promo. He fought through the what's. That's how you can tell he's a professional on the mic. He fought through the what's. He still said, his old one-liner. It doesn't matter what you think. He still talked his ish and got it out there. But at the end of the day, he knew there was no other way for them but to turn. So I don't know how much of that was planned backstage. They had like maybe 5 days to plan it and bring it in, but overall it came together. I think it came together great, and we're gonna get the bloodline, Roman and Rock, and I'm here for it, man.
He didn't turn
because
heel
there's so much
on
more
the
to tell.
spot.
There's so much more story to tell, bro.
He didn't turn heel on the spot. Like there had to be
Nah.
some thought about this prior to that moment, but like you could tell he was trying not to turn heel too fast,
Too quick.
Yeah, like in the midst of it, like I was texting Brian and I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like he's trying not to say the things he probably normally
wants to
would
say.
say. Like he's trying not to engage with the crowd too much, because if too much engagement, he's gonna push himself either too far face or he's gonna turn heel too soon. Griff?
Mhm.
Yeah. When I watched it, because I watched it like probably about over 4 or 5 times just
Mhm.
to observe and look at the detail. And for the first time, what I noticed with The Rock and what he was doing, he was repeating himself almost 2 or 3 times, like as he was frustrated, like, man, you know
Yeah.
what? I got to swerve in this direction. Like, even though I'm looking at doing it this way, these fans let me have it. So that's one thing that's good about Roman and The Rock that I think is very underrated. And it goes back to what I always said about how they always looking at the crowd and feeding off that crowd. I think The Rock didn't just turn heel. I just think he controlled the situation that
Yeah.
smooth him into that heel road and say, okay, you know what, this direction we're going, let's go ahead and do it. But to me, when we talk about the Hollywood heel Rock, I look at the Hollywood Rock 21 years ago. He was more goofy, entertaining, and then somewhat serious. This Rock seems more of that Fast and the Furious high heel Rock. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
about this business. I'm on this mean streak right now. I ain't got time for games. Like, you come to my face, I'm gonna slap you right in the mouth. Or if you got something you wanna talk that ish, I'm gonna talk that ish back to you. Like, he's not gonna have that
Right.
fun and game. Like, he gonna talk it back. But I see it more of a more meaner, wise heel Rock than I did the Hollywood Rock. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, it's corporate. You got to think about it. It's
Yeah.
TKO. It's an authority figure type angle. But what you were saying, the reason I said what I said is when he came out there originally, I think that he truly tried to sell the original match. This was my gut, that he tried to sell the original match, and he went out there to gauge the crowd. When they immediately, hey, think about it, fellas, we ain't heard Rocky sucks since what, 96, and so how you gonna respond to that? So you can't keep that same face mentality. He did what he had to do. He pivoted in the moment, and hey,
I don't think so,
maybe
Jen.
yep.
I don't think it was an in the moment pivot. I don't think that. I don't like. Yeah, The Rock is great,
Yeah.
but I don't think we're just going to entrust a whole storyline on him. Like and like Cody's response, like
Yeah,
initial response seemed really forced, and it was like these are the things I'm supposed to say, and I'm going to say these things to get this out, right?
You talking about with the family?
No, like just when he came out and said this is bullshit. Like when he like. He didn't say it fluent. He didn't say it like he really thought it was bullshit. He was like, okay, this is my line. All right, this is bullshit.
Whose line is it anyway?
this is bull. No, that's too high. Like this is like right. Like he in the back practicing that. Like I don't think that's a in the moment like heel turn. That's why I said you could tell.
Yeah.
Y'all say he was handling the crowd. I don't think so. Like I don't think we got the Rock that we like are like really wanted to get. I think we got the Rock that was like, I need to stay in my lane and say the things that I need to say so that this promo gets where it needs to go. Because if I go in on this crowd like I really truly want to and am capable of doing, then that throws the whole thing off, right? Like, because he either turns heel too fast, and now we're like super booing, and we don't get the real reason that we need to be booing the Rock, the slap, right? We don't get to that point. We're just booing the Rock because it's the Rock in this moment. So I don't think that's. I think this is planned well in advance. It's like this is where we're headed, and we're gonna do this thing for a while. I tweeted from our account immediately. This is the 4th inning. Right, like Heyman said, 3rd inning a while back. Like this is the 4th inning now. Like we've
now you add him in there.
Yeah, we've changed the storyline now, and now like everybody is all eyes back on the bloodline. There was a few months where it was like we don't know what's happening. Roman's gone. Jimmy is doing what he's doing.
Jay's doing his own.
Jay's over there, right? Jay's over there, but now it's like, oh, back to the bloodline. Here we go. All eyes, must see TV. Back on the bloodline.
Them two together. Question for y'all: them two together, is it legit or is it or is there a grand plan? Because there's rumors out there that's saying that it's Cody and Rock working together.
Great point, B.
So this is it. Do y'all think it's legit? These two gonna see this bloodline story through, or do you think Rock is working with Cody? Because that was in the back of my mind.
Okay. I got 2 questions, but I'm going to do one because the one question is going to tie in to your question. The question I was going to propose to your question. No, I'm trying to word it right because I don't want to throw it off. Did Rock make Roman look like the secondary? Right? That was the question I was going to ask. And we can still get on that, but to answer yours and tie that question with yours, it goes back to the whole Marvel analogy I always say on the show. The one thing Cody did say that stuck out the most is, I'm going to take everything from you. We don't know what that meant besides it's more than just the belt. I think it's going to be the family, the belt, pride, everything. So to answer your question, Coach, it could be a work that The Rock is working together with Cody, and Cody might have a private backup in the back of his mind, like, okay, I got some of your bloodline members and some of your family working against you, and you don't even know it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play this fiddle with that. So it's a possibility that Rock and Cody could be working together because, again, you got The Rock and you got Roman. Rock is back. Rock seems more the tribal chief than the tribal chief himself.
For sure. I saw that. Overshadowing him. What you think, Jay?
I think we working too fast, man. I think we're already in the betrayal part of this story. We're already like pitting the two people against each other. Like we got The Rock back in WWE, back in like the company of WWE. So like he's gonna be in and out. Who's to say that we don't get the bloodline story for another year? Like why are we putting this? Why are we pushing this so fast? Like like yes, I do think he little broed him. I do think like
definitely
he little broed him. But I think it was significant for the story because like they said on Monday Night Raw, he is the biggest star in the world. So you can't really say that Roman is bigger than him when we all know that that's a lie.
Chance.
So it was kind of necessary for that situation, and maybe they'll work like that. That's why when y'all say like this is Hollywood Rock or this is so and so Rock, like The Rock hasn't said anything yet. Like by the time this actually airs, The Rock hasn't said anything. So so like I'm optimistic, bro. I think we got 3, 4, 5 more years of bloodline, bro. So I'm optimistic.
Since you
I
put it
ain't.
that way, yeah. Since you put it that way, my initial thought was he was pushing so hard for this match. I thought he legit wanted to get back in the ring. He's 51 years old. I thought he wanted one more Mania moment, and to have this match, which was important to him, before he actually went out into the sunset in his wrestling career. So with that importance, and I thought that obviously the Cody Crybabies getting their way with this movement, now it changes things to where, okay, now we got to formulate another plan to make this match happen. So my thinking was maybe Rock and Cody working together, and then they'll eventually set something up for SummerSlam. That's where I know it's a lot more story to tell, but that's kind of where I was saying, okay, the match has got to happen some way somehow. But
I think we need to zoom
maybe
out.
I'm saying maybe Rock costs and Roman at Mania, getting Cody the story, setting up the feud at SummerSlam. That's where my thoughts was thinking, where I was going.
Here's what I learned through this whole press conference, and I told myself this, and I'm going to hold myself accountable to this. Eric Bischoff, the cash you sent us in the chat, he said it the best. Go to the movie, hold on to your popcorn, and just enjoy the show. Don't throw the popcorn away, because sometimes in the movie, you get upset because one thing happened, and when you go home, you feel like, oh, you just missed this, and then you mad again. At this point, I think focus on here, because again, The Rock haven't said nothing. Roman haven't said nothing. They're coming on Friday night. There's no telling what's going to be said and done, but I will say, expect Cody to be there Friday night.
Has to.
Yeah.
Has to. I mean, yeah, that's my thinking. I mean, it's so much more story to tell, Jackie. I'm with you.
I think, not to cut you off, Jackie, I think the biggest problem, and I want to say all of us, we're all wrestling fans, Cody Crybaby, Roman Crybabies to the side. The biggest problem that we all have together as a wrestling community and family is that anytime there's a pivot or a storyline that happens, we always going down SummerSlam and the next WrestleMania before we can even dive in the moment that's here and wait what's happening. True. And then when the expectation goes up and we don't get what we want, then we go to these Cody Crybabies and all this other stuff. So, yeah, man, I'm like Jackie, man. I'm so optimistic. I'm just here to see what happens.
You said that the Cody Crybabies got what they wanted. Did they really though? Let me.
Yeah, we can talk about that, because I think they did.
Let's zoom out, because I really do think that we're not giving WWE writers enough credit. I think we fantasy book so much that we don't trust them to actually give us the thing. And so, if Cody would have just came out and said, I want Roman, here we go, WrestleMania 40, biggest WrestleMania. It would have been the same bland storyline that we've gotten in the past. It would have been the same stuff that would have been boring. Right. Thank you, B.
Right.
It would have been boring. And so for them to come out and say, nah, we're going to take that from you because we can do whatever the hell we want to do, because we're the bloodline. And so we're going to have our match regardless of what you did in the Royal Rumble, right? We're not giving them enough credit to build up Cody so much more. From the time that Roman and The Rock faced off to Raw last night or whenever this was, to that time, Cody has shot up so much more than he already was. And so now to say that this is the biggest WrestleMania, it actually makes sense now. And so I think we have to zoom out and trust that WWE has slowed down their writing so much more, where it's not as predictable as it once was. And so let's give them credit to maybe take their time with this, especially with The Rock being back in the company. He can pop in and out anytime he wants to, similar to Roman. So why are we automatically saying that this has to end right now? Let's keep this train going. Give me some story. Bring Jay ass back over here. Come on back, cousin. Let's get this.
Pat McAfee might not be happy with that, bro. Pat too busy.
Man.
Hey, Pat can sit his ass down too, and come on back over here. Let's get a good story going.
But
Pat McAfee interview started the whole Heel Rock thing.
He started it.
Yeah,
And you see what happened Monday night. But no, Jackie, back to your point, and you raised a good point, man. They don't have to rush it. Yeah, give kudos to creative, to the writing. It's basically setting the Cody crybabies up for more tears.
Oh,
You know,
boy,
I should
is
put
it
it that
ever.
way.
Can you
And
imagine? Can you imagine, yo? Like WrestleMania 40, and this man takes
they gonna burn it
another
down.
pin,
Another
bro.
L.
Oh my God, they're gonna tear
They gonna
Philly
burn
apart.
Philly down. They gonna burn it down, bro.
Can you
You
imagine,
know,
bro?
hey, as we approach into Mania, I look at the weeks prior, because 2 weeks
Mhm.
prior, you in Chicago, the week of you in Brooklyn, and then you in Philly. 3 of the roughest crowds going into
Oh,
Mania. Like,
Yeah,
can you
I'm
just
going.
imagine those
I'm
3
going in
weeks?
Brooklyn.
yeah,
Those
boy.
3 weeks going in. But I want to share something. My man, I watch his podcast, Pete. He be on the pre-shows.
Pete Rosenberg.
Rosenberg, yes. And he was watching, and this is going to kind of what Jackie said. He was talking about creative, because he works and knows how the creative really goes and stuff. And one of his friends was on the live, and he read his check. He said, "Bro," he said, "you my boy," but he said, "I got to check you on this one." He said, "This is the reason why wrestling fans like you are getting called the Cody Crybabies, because you critiquing Seth, saying that he looked at weak, but what can Seth do in the moment? Then you were saying The Rock should have done this, Roman should have done that, Cody should have done this." He said, "Bro, just chill out and just watch the product. Like, you that
Right.
one fan that comes out and critique every little thing. Like, what would
Yeah.
he's like, if you was in creative, what would you do? How would you write that press conference out?" He said, "You won't even know how to, because I work in the business and behind creative, and I don't even know how to write that. So I'm just enjoying it just like everybody else is."
Yeah.
But
It's a great story, bro. Like
yes,
it's a great story, and it's something that we really truly should just sit back and just enjoy, instead
They
of like
did
fantasy
phenomenal.
booking it or trying to like
Right.
hijack it. Because like I think the We Want Cody thing was organic, and WWE
Yeah.
was like, "Yep, that's what we wanted. Let's go with that."
yeah,
But like wrestling fans have to stop trying to hijack the story.
Hijack.
Like
yes,
you don't get what you want every time. Stop trying to hijack the story. Like,
right,
relax. Let them tell what they want to tell. Just sit back and enjoy.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's a different impatient fan, man. It's a generation we in now. Microwave society, never satisfied.
The power of
That's what I'm
social
saying.
media. The power
They
of
getting
social
ready.
yeah.
media.
Yeah, they getting ready to cry tears in a bucket.
Hey,
I can't
hey,
wait, bro.
coach,
I can't wait.
coach.
What's up, bro?
I got to put my second question out here though. This is my second
All right.
question. I got to hear from both of y'all on this one.
Okay.
Who do y'all think disrespected who first? Was it Roman and the Rock disrespected Cody, or did Cody disrespect Roman and the Rock?
We still talking about the presser, right? What you talking
Yes.
about? Okay.
I think the Rock and Roman disrespected Cody first because they claimed the main event first. Right? Like
And
the shots
they
was
talked about
fired.
Dusty.
The shots was fired well before Cody even got onto the thing. They were just like, he took too long to choose. We're gonna choose for him. We taking this over. Like, that's disrespectful. But that's also a heel move. So
Then on
Yeah.
top of that, when your ass get on stage, they still talked about Dusty. Well, that was Roman there.
like your
And I'm like,
daddy.
yeah, he said, just like your
No,
daddy, you're irrelevant.
no, he said,
Get
"Yo,
over there to
Dan,
number twos. And Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins had a VIP seat the whole time. Just
That's
looking,
what I was gonna ask.
yeah,
What was y'all
like,
thoughts on Seth Rollins sitting there? What was y'all thoughts
hey,
on Seth sitting there?
The line,
hey,
though, the line of the night, though. I'm gonna let you go, Griff. But the line of the night, though, I think that's what sparked it, and it was great. It was on time. I don't think this was. I think this was scripted too. But when he said, "Hey, y'all been at the head of the table, ain't two of y'all brothers, y'all ain't been cooking in 2 years." So
y'all ain't
that
been
was the line of
cooking
the
it
night.
too.
yeah,
So
no,
y'all ain't been in the kitchen.
no, but no, really, Rock disrespected big time when he did the family tree and said, "This is the biggest royal family."
That was dope.
And if you know when Cody's song first started, said there's more than one royal family.
Oh yeah,
So when The Rock said that, and then when Roman said, "Hey, you're irrelevant like your dad," Okay, but I didn't see Cody be disrespectful. Cody was like, okay, if your grandfather and your grandfather was here, they'd be ashamed of you. You know what I'm saying? But I think The Rock
Yeah.
and Cody threw the first disrespect punch. I mean, Rock and Roman threw the first disrespect punch
Did y'all
on
see?
that one.
Did y'all see on the internet that somebody
Mm.
asked him to put up Cody's family tree, and it was like a plumber, Dusty, Dustin, and Cody.
Dustin,
And that's it.
Gold Dust, Gold Dust.
and that's it.
Yeah. Gold Dust and Marlena.
Plumber first, yeah.
Bruh. Yeah, man. But it all ties back to what I think it was a thought I was trying to get out. It's all about family. And this is what, who has a better family. And that's part of the story too, which makes it, even more interesting days to come. But yeah, man. I can't wait for it. Let's see Friday night what's coming up.
And Cody, when you show up Friday, I need you to punch the Rock dead in his mouth because, hey, let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. This what irritated me with Cody right here. Hey, I'm sorry. If a man slapped you on national TV, bro, I'm sorry. We would have been on the crowd, bro. Like, no, I don't care if you The Rock. I don't care if you Hobbs. I don't care how big gorilla you is. Dog, we bucking, dog. You was not slapping me on national TV. I'm bringing all the nightmare out on you, Rock.
Chris Rock. He did the Chris Rock.
What set you off, sir? What angered you in the moment?
That's
what he did. Man's put his hands on him. Man's put his hands on him, and nothing happened. They walked clean out that bitch. Like, yeah, here we go.
I agree with CM Punk, and there ain't too much I agree with CM Punk on, but CM Punk said, and The Rock looked right at him, he said, bump that, dog. We fighting. I don't care about this one arm. Like, you slapped me, we fighting. I'm like, I'm with you, Punk.
We fighting on site. But yeah,
Punk's over there fighting over real glass, so he'll fight over anything.
Last thing, and it ties into the promo that we saw last night, and I thought that was I think it was 16 minutes I counted on the YouTube video clip itself. Mm-hmm. But when Seth came out there with Cody last night, talking about I got your back, do y'all foresee this maybe turning into a tag team match? Obviously, we can't get it at Chamber, but and I think they got mad at Big E for possibly spoiling it. But do y'all think that could another direction they can go to? Maybe maybe on night one, and then do like a tag.
Well, here's the thing. What's the purpose of having the men's Elimination Chamber match?
Let's go. Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, I think it'll be a tag team at some point. At some point. Yeah. I don't know. Like, everybody wants the story to be finished. Everybody wants more bloodline. Everybody wants Seth to have a say in this. There are so many things so many factors could happen here. And so if I had to want something, if I had to like fantasy book it myself, I have a fatal 4-way. Let's put both titles on the line and let's put all 4 of them in there. Because, Cody and who's to say Cody and Seth need to trust each other? There'll be some backstabbing in the bloodline at some point. But that's not what's going to happen. But, that would be nice if it did. I'm not going to cry about it if it doesn't. So,
You're not going to cry.
Yeah, it's just there's so many ways this could go.
Yeah, I'm here either way.
Yeah. I like the pressure on this. There's pressure on both ends because there's pressure on Cody that you got to get this done. And if you don't get it done, then it's going to be a wrap. But there's the other pressure on Roman's end because you clinking on Hogan's streak. You know what I'm saying? So it's pressure on both ends. Like, yo, I gotta come after this dude who robbed my cousin Yoko championship run. I gotta break this streak, and that's the only way I'm gonna get over this. But there's that pressure too on Cody end. Like, hey, if you don't do this time, bro, like, ain't no point of return now. Your Cody crybaby can cry if you want to, but it ain't gonna be no more finishing the story.
Somebody's disappointed at the end of this. They've built this up so much so that a fan base is going to be highly disappointed at the end of WrestleMania. Like
Mhm.
so much more so than last year. Like we all thought Cody was gonna win, and when Roman won, we all perked up like, all right, okay, all right, one for us, right?
Them
Like
dudes that
this
was crying,
year,
them dudes that was crying tears in my section, real tears, bro, in my section.
but
I couldn't believe it.
this year is gonna be like so much more of that, because if he doesn't finish this story, oh my god. Can
It's
you
gonna be
imagine? I'm still on that. Can you imagine if he doesn't actually finish this story and he loses
bruh.
again? Oh,
And
where do we
Wow.
go from there?
remember, we ain't in Hollywood this year, Doc. We in Philly.
Right, where do we go from there?
Hey,
Man,
I might need to rebook my flight a day early and get up out of there. I might need to take the rest.
man, oh
They're gonna tear
man.
that place up, man.
Man.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a fit. They're gonna be burning jerseys like LeBron and everything, bro. Like,
Bruh.
it's gonna be-
The little whole WWE shop, what's that? The booth, the
yeah,
tent,
Superstore.
all
Super.
the
They
All the
gonna tear,
trailers.
superstores.
they gonna tear the superstore
Trash
up,
all the
bro.
superstores. Trash all the superstores
Hey,
on site.
they gonna break the windows and everybody gonna be grabbing free merch.
That's crazy, bro. They
It's gonna
finna
be
loot the
looting. They're gonna be
superstore, bro.
looting.
They gonna loot the superstore
They're
because
gonna
the
be out there
American
like
Nightmare,
92. They're gonna be out there like 92 in LA.
bro. All
They're
because
gonna
the
be like,
American
right.
Nightmare couldn't finish his
they're gonna
story,
be
bro.
like, bruh, man. But yeah, that we'll see. Great, wise man. You asked a good question there.
Yeah.
In the chat, and that's going where I'm going next, boys. We got a world title picture here. We still need to discuss. Now, there's one guy that's I don't understand what he's doing. Maybe y'all can help me understand because I don't get where he fits in or what he's doing. I know he's doing great heel hybrid work. I've been a fan of Drew McIntyre. Jackie, help me out. What is Drew McIntyre on right now? I know he's got his spot, but it seems like he's trying to screw with everybody else. What you think? What? Because I can't figure it out.
I don't know
Maybe
either,
y'all
but
can help me.
I'm enjoying every minute that he is actually on the screen. That's all I know, because he is having a great time with that CM Punk stuff.
The CM Punk burial shirt.
If I was CM Punk, bro, I would be getting fired next week because I gotta fight again, bro. I have to fight you again.
Told you.
I gotta fight.
He said, "Can they clear me? Can you clear me, please?"
Oh my god, bro! Like some of the stuff that he is saying, bro, and the shirt. You walking around my job like this, bro. No, bro, we gotta fight again, bro. I got it. I'm on my way to TNA. I'm on my way to Ring of Honor or something else because I gotta fight at WWE. I can't go back to AEW, so we gotta fight, bro. But to the Damian or to the Drew part of this, he's doing great work, man. Like he's exciting to be on the screen because he's hilarious right now, and he's a great worker in my eyes. So. The match with him and Cody is next week, and I don't know, man. Cody's story might be ending a little bit short if you know what I'm saying. Oh, CM Punk and Lucha Underground would be dope.
Oh yeah,
Drew to me is doing what Finn Balor's doing with Judgment Day, having a lot of fun. And Drew is evolving. You know, he's having fun, taking shots, using that mic, getting his airtime, and he's taking advantage of it as well. I'm here for it. Just every moment, every second of when he interrupts and he comes out, it's like, what he gonna say, whose skin he gonna get under. But look at all the beef Drew got lined up against him. You know what I'm saying? Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's taking no prisoners. Like he's like, okay, I'm finna come out here and hit y'all and get under your skin and get y'all so mad where y'all gonna give me another title shot around here, or we're gonna do this. And look at the contestants he in the chamber with. You know what I'm saying? Then I think he did a face off with Orton,
Randy,
or something like that. Yeah, I mean he like stepping up to everybody. Like, you know what? Me and you had history too. I remember them times. I got you one coming too. You know, he basically just saying, hey, whoever's in this chamber with me, I'm letting y'all know right now,
I'm gonna
do everything I can to win this chamber, and I'm going to WrestleMania to get my belt.
He's my clear-cut favorite right now. I think the only legit threat. Yeah, I think the only legit threat to him is Randy, and I don't think there's no denying Drew. But I believe, guys, feel me on this. I think this is where my heart of hearts is going because because I don't know where they're gonna book Randy because they're tipping their hat with Seth and Drew right now for the rematch, but I think that they might shake things up because we've seen them how many times already? Well, we've seen them twice on Raw. Was it 2 or 3 times that they fought already?
Who, Seth and Drew?
Yeah, Seth and Drew.
Twice, I believe.
I think they're gonna throw a good monkey wrench in here and maybe possibly go triple threat or fatal 4-way.
With who?
Drew, Seth, Sammy, and Randy is my gut.
So you'll be removing Randy from SmackDown and putting him back on Raw then?
No, just at Mania. I'm talking about at Mania because I don't know.
But the title would have to be on Raw.
That's true.
Yeah,
which means that, but Randy don't go over. But I'm saying, how do you keep Randy out of Mania? I'm just thinking about booking, getting everybody in, because right now the way they're booking Drew, he is clear that he's probably coming out of the chamber. That's why I'm saying, what y'all think about?
I thought y'all had Randy with somebody. I thought y'all had, because it was what, CM Punk was with Seth at one point.
CM Punk was with Seth.
Roman, Cody.
You got LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Knight,
that's clear as day. That's clear as day right now.
So who was the Randy? Who was?
It'll be here's a possible, depending on how this KO and Logan Paul thing go. Logan Paul look like he's going to win and go in the chamber. You could see a pivot on Randy and Logan Paul.
You said Logan Paul going into the chamber?
Yeah, he got a qualifying match.
He's in a qualifying match.
With who?
He got a qualifying match. Him and Miz. So you know he going over on Miz.
Like I said, unless KO interfere, but more likely he's probably going to go over and get in that chamber.
That's why you still got KO and him at Mania, though. Because if he going into the chamber, right, isn't KO going in too?
KO has a qualifying match
with Dominic.
Yeah, you're not putting Dominic in there, especially if you're putting Logan Paul in. So you got to put KO in. So then, therefore, neither one of them win the chamber match. So you still got both of them coming out on the other side going into Mania for a one-on-one match there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Bobby in right now. So it's still 3 spots left. Help me out. But so Bobby's in, Drew's in, and LA Knight is in. So it's 3 more spots left.
So you're looking at Logan, KO.
Oh no, Randy's in.
And Randy.
So it's 2 more spots left.
Yeah, they got the 2 qualifying matches Friday.
So,
Logan and Kevin Owens.
Yep. Logan.
Who's Logan match? Miz.
Logan gets Miz and KO gets Dominic,
right.
So you're right, Jackie. It's gonna be
so they both go in. They have their little match inside the chamber, and then they come out on the other side. Because the last match was a disqualification. So that's happening at Mania. Mm-hmm. So the question still stands. Then who was for Randy? Yeah,
Randy.
The question still stands for Randy.
That's what I'm saying. How can you leave? I know we asked this question last week. Can there be a WrestleMania without Bianca? Can there be I don't think with him coming back from an injury, I don't think you can have a Mania without Randy, especially with him coming back from injury.
Who's out? Like who's out with injury? Or who could be called up and to give or to go at Randy?
Braun. That's the first guy that's popped in my mind. Braun.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, you see, he went with the wise man. I mean, he could have his own. Braun can have his own.
Yeah, they'll get him
with Heyman, and Braun can. Yeah,
they'll get him.
Okay,
I can actually see that.
Yep. Yep. Okay. That one makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That one makes sense.
Man. So yeah, like I said, the options are there. But like I said, world title picture, it's pretty exciting too, man. Gunther, so let's talk about Intercontinental. Our boy finally gets his shot.
Just say my boy. You already know your brother. Can't do the yeet right now.
Shout out to Imperium and New Day and Jay actually putting on a banger last night.
Wait a minute.
So,
Let me say this.
God.
I'm not a Jay hater. I'm not a Jay hater. All I'm saying is, brother did a lot of talking and no walking. Now's the time. If he shows up with Gunther
starting to
here,
walk.
Come on. Here we go.
He's starting to walk.
But
He's starting.
I can't get behind this alone. That's all I'm saying. I can't get
Gotta do
behind that
more.
alone.
Got to do more.
Show me why you're main event Jay. Show me why you're main event Jay. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
No, I think I'm just trying to figure out, because we're talking about the belts here now. We're on Intercontinental. Obviously, man, I can't get nothing right for my fantasy. Bronson Reed can't even go to his own country.
He can't even fight at home.
I just put my head down, man. Said, God, no business.
I just knew he was going. Like, okay.
I'm like, it's Taylor. It's in us. Bro can't even go to his own home country to fight.
Oh my God.
Disappointed on that. but yeah, Gunther. Like, okay, so where does Gunther in the equation? Where were y'all booking for Mania? Like, who could y'all see Gunther facing? Because I know
I like the aspect of Jay. I like the thought of Jay. That makes sense to me. If somebody's gonna beat Gunther, if Gunther's gonna go away at Mania, as people do when they lose at Mania, like if that's what's happening, it makes sense for Jay to do it. Yeah, like if we're gonna put him over as main event Jay, at some point he has to get a title. He has to start somewhere, and if he's the one that goes over on Gunther, that builds him up. That I give respect to that. So I like that. I like that thought. Let's just not mess this up. Let's just not involve Jimmy in some point, or like it doesn't make sense. Like, let's not cross this thing over for no reason. Go ahead, Griff.
Poor Jimmy definitely make. Go ahead, Griff.
No, I totally agree. Here for two things. One, the main event Jay, let's build his resume. He was the first person in over 4 or 5 years that pinned Roman last year, and then could be the one that's going to pin Gunther and defeat that streak as well too. And then who was to say? I know everyone's rushing to see the Jimmy and Jay story, but there's no build right now for it. You know what I'm saying? What
terrible.
they're doing now with Gunther is perfect. Like who was to say like this year WrestleMania is time for the brother versus brother? You know what I'm saying? I think we got a glimpse of that at the Rumble, which was cool. Them starting 1 and 2.
Saying that, right?
Yeah, it was cool starting them 1 and 2. But
like Jackie said, I mean to cut you off. Like Jackie said, we ain't getting the brothers match at Philly.
No,
for sure.
that's what I'm saying. I'm for it. We don't need to rush that right now because a story like that needs time to build, and we don't have enough time to build. And you're going back and forth and making periodic appearances on each other's shows and doing one move, and then you disappear for a whole month. Then you come back. Oh, I'm on this show too. Right now, it's perfect. Had him go with Gunther, and let's see where this go. But yeah, it's a possible candidate that can knock him out.
Yeah. The women's side. So, guys, let's talk about the press conference. Back to the press conference. I noticed somebody was missing at the press conference. I'm kind of, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm very disappointed in that. Why can't we have the Royal Rumble winner Bailey not make it, to the press conference? But I digress. But my question, guys, and I know y'all can touch on that, but I do have a legit question. So it looks like we're going to get the man in against Mommy at Mania. Is the man deserving of this spot, or y'all think somebody else should be in there? Because I know we got a couple. I know Nia Jax is out there lurking. Is this the right call to have these two now, or do y'all feel somebody else was deserving?
Who else would it be?
We getting a lot of the man.
Who else? I mean, like, who else would it? Who else can you picture in the spot that could go off no storyline and just jump into this match? Because that's what's happening here.
True.
So who else could do that at this point? Bianca, maybe, but do we want that right now?
Bianca.
So My thing with this one, we're getting a advertised match before the Elimination Chamber for Mania with these two. This is happening more than one occasion. But my real thing is that what is Liv Morgan on and her story about her revenge tour and revenge on Rhea as well? Because we're leaving her out too. And let's say surprisingly, everybody's looking at, and this could be another WWE move. We looking at Becky to win, and they can swerve to have her win it.
She not big enough, bro. I like Liv
No.
too. She not big enough.
Jackie, listen, I agree.
Yeah.
She ain't big enough than Becky when it comes to the marquee. What I'm saying is that what if, just put it in the what if they swerve that and have her win? Because think about the Ronda, Charlotte, and whatchamacallit, when we thought it was going to be Becky and Ronda one-on-one, but you see how Charlotte swerved up in that? No. And the same thing,
No,
Becky
I'm with you.
But Becky and Liv could do the same situation in this as well and kind of interfere in that. Because I could see
but that was a Vince swerve. That was a Vince type swerve. And
he had to have.
I don't think you're gonna get that from Triple H right now.
Nah,
I don't think you're gonna get that from Triple H. Simply because, like, I get the revenge tour, but it's only the revenge is only on one person, and that one person is head and shoulders above you now. Right, like my man said in that one viral video, it's above me now. Like you don't have enough backing to go at Rhea. Like, I'm sorry, I love Liv, but you don't have enough to go at Rhea
Not
right
enough.
now.
And she fresh from injury.
Because the number one contenders are Becky, who is like, let's say number one on the women's side. Let's be honest. Or Nia Jax, who has built herself up to be like indestructible. So like comparatively to that, like Liv looks like a little kid compared to to that situation. Let's build her up, but no, I don't think there's enough behind it, Griff. I'm sorry. I just don't think there's enough behind Liv.
Depending on the finish in Australia, why not let Nia? Why not give her another shot at a triple threat with them two? That's where my gut is going, especially their interaction last night in the ring.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of seeing Nia in a triple threat match until that interaction last night. So I think that will be a good ticket. It gets Nia on the card. I think that will be a good match at Mania. Let them three go at it for that title. So
I think it's set up beautifully. Everything kind of mingles together. Like the thought of Becky versus Rhea, everybody kind of wants that. You still have the the punch situation with Becky, Nia, and then Nia and Rhea are building up their feud together. So everything kind of mingles together pretty nicely for a triple threat match. So I'm with you on that.
Depends on the finish, for sure. Yeah. What you think, Griff? Anything that you good on that?
I'm still with Becky and Rhea. I'm over the Fatal 4-Ways and Triple Threats. That's what your Raws and your live event, your house shows for. If we're gonna do it, let's go heads up 1-on-1. Let's Rhea and Becky. Let's to me that's the more marquee and more money making match. And that's the reason they're doing the Nia and Rhea, her country, to put both over. But if you're gonna do a Mania match, I was just referring off of the storyline part. But when you're talking about 1-on-1, I'd rather see a 1-on-1 than a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, because now you don't get nothing out of that. Because basically you're going to see the same repetitive stuff we've seen with Rhea before when she was on the fatal 4-ways, where she's going to have a couple spots and then she's going to sneak in, do her thing, and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? When you get with her 1-on-1, now she's going to give it full throttle at the show of shows and put on that classic elite match. And Becky Lynch is that one that's definitely going to get her to run for her money, for sure. Because, Becky, one of my favorite, most conditioned athletes, she can go 40 minutes without breaking a sweat. And we know Rhea can go, because we see how long her and Charlotte went last year. Charlotte's another my favorite conditioned athletes when it comes to it, man. But yeah, I think in this scenario, Becky and Rhea is the best fit for a marquee 1-on-1 women's championship match with those two at Mania.
That's dope. I can see that. So before we switch gears, back to my original concern. So
Mhm.
do y'all, what's up with, is this part of the storyline, guys, of Bailey not being on the posters and not being invited here, but obviously, still, winning the Rumble and has a storyline going forward? Is that just her, just, part of her storyline, hey, not being an odd man out, even though I have been successful? What y'all thoughts on that? Because I thought it was weird for her not being there, but
It could be. I know we discussed this too a little bit. Some sense
Hmm.
it's like a disrespect, but I don't think it's an intentional disrespect. I think it's part of a story where when she does have her big moment and she do shoot that big promo and that pop comes, that's one of her things that she can mention, like in
Yeah.
her promos and her things where, hey, I fought so hard when I came back. I carried this company during the pandemic. I was the one taking the bumps for everybody. I was the one doing this and doing that. It's my moment, my time, and I'm going to make the best of it. And I'm tired of putting everybody else over. I'm going to focus on me. And now there she is on the sunset, being that star she deserved, and now being on the marquees and the programs and showing up to those places. But I think this is part of a little story too that she can use to build her superstardom as she go forward.
I just don't think you had time, right? Like you told the story of Rhea and Bailey, or excuse me, and Becky. You told your biggest female star, from a pop culture standpoint, Bianca's story, and then you had your main event story. I just didn't think they had enough time for Bailey's storyline, and I think that's okay. I don't think it was any neglect or anything. It's just right, like you didn't want to keep people there for 2 hours. I was looking at the clock, like, how long is this actually going to go, and what's actually what's actually going to happen here?
Right.
So it was thrown together, kind of, a couple days in advance. You could kind of tell, like at the end, nobody really knew what to do next. Everybody's kind of looking around, like, where do we go from here? So I just think, there was not enough time for it.
Yeah, she's gonna get her moment to shine. I'm with you, Griff. She's going to have a hell of a run, hell of a pop. I am actually looking forward to her and EO. That match has potential to tear the house down. I know we didn't talk about that match itself, but that has a lot of potential to tear a house down, man. You guys with me on that? What y'all? Let's just talk about those two getting in the ring. What you think we're gonna get?
That would be a great match if the Kabuki Warriors and Dakota stay out the way at all. Not sure how that's going to play out and fall out. Like Dakota right now is undecided to what side she wants to join and put
What
on.
side you want?
Which I think we all know what side she's really on. I think this is just faking the purpose right now. But I really think this match would be very 5-star if everybody stay out the way and just let those two go out. But in my doggy dog feeling, somebody probably going to interfere, be ringside. But if it's just them or somehow down the line in this story, we get hey, everybody's banned from ringside before Mania, then yeah, this is going to be a good banger. So that's what I hope at Mania, man. Like, I love these kind of one-on-one matches with no interference, because that's when you can tell and see how good these people are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna have that Kabuki Warrior interaction no matter what, because of the storyline that it is. So, I think it's gonna be a good match. Like, it's an investing story, so it's one that we care about. It's one we've been clamoring for. We knew they were gonna fight at some point. We knew they were going to jump her at some point. I just think there's more to tell with this story, and I'm excited about it. And it's investing, like I said.
Yeah. I'm always down to see two women good at the crafts, uninterrupted, no mess, no garbage. But, to your point, Jackie, she's going to have to fight through that adversity when they try to interfere.
Yeah,
it's going to make it all the more, it's going to make it all the more rewarding. And that they're going to give us, hopefully they give us 20 to 25 minutes of a great, obviously telling a story in the ring. And then obviously the big finish. I definitely hope she goes over. So yeah, she deserves
Yeah.
it. She deserves it for sure. For sure. Switching gears, y'all. Before we ride out, Jackie, the next segment, I just want to get. This was obviously it's something that we've seen coming, but I'm excited to hear y'all opinion on this, man. What the Trick and Mello saga is officially here. We can say that's the biggest NXT story, in my opinion. So what do
Somebody
we?
said he had on a
Yeah,
Jodeci fit for that promo. I
he
was like,
sure looked like Forever My Lady. He did look
yeah,
like Forever My Lady.
yeah,
except, except they was wearing white in that video.
yeah.
But it did
Oh
look like,
man,
yeah,
my man had
it
on a
was
Jodeci fit.
some Drew Hill. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, Boots.
Man,
So
you
they had
taking
all that.
he
you taking it back?
he kind of has always been heel, right? Like
Yes.
he
Talk
has
about it.
he,
Talk about it.
as much baby faces they've tried to make him when he
He
did have the
is.
title, he's
Yeah,
always been heel.
he's
Like
always been.
when he was like pour one out for my haters, like that was heel work. And so
He'll
now
work.
we're getting ready to get
Yes.
really good heel work
See it.
against a guy who like to the moon, Trick Williams. Here we go, man. Like I'm excited for this. We've been
Yeah.
clamoring for it. Is black as can be. It's about like, come on, give me what I want. Don't mess this up. Is all I ask. But like Shawn Michaels hasn't missed yet because the women's roster, my lord. So, but come on, give me what I want, Shawn.
All
Come
right.
on.
Give us what we want, Griff. What you think about Tricks? Yeah, what you think, Griff?
I got distracted when I heard women roster because y'all know how I feel
Oh,
about
yeah.
the NXT women roster.
Boy, there you go. There
But,
you
How
go.
we all feel about the
It got
NXT.
to us,
Man.
right? How we all feel
Oh,
about it.
my goodness.
Yeah.
No, man. This is, money in the making. And like I alluded to before, this is Shawn Michaels written over it. Like once I seen that leather jacket come on at Vengeance Day,
Mhm.
that took me right back. Like, yep,
Yeah.
that's that super kick through that barbershop window. So here we
Yep.
go. It's coming. And
Set
we
up.
need that bill because Stand and Deliver is coming up. But
Yeah.
this is like Jackie said, you know how there's like certain people we always say like Miz and Randy Orton, like even though when they can be good, they're really built to be heels. And I think Mello is another person that just typically is a good heel. And when you try to put him as a good person, that heel personified still comes through, man. But I think this is Mello's getting ready to lead on out and move on up. Last go around here, but this heel run and this story that they're going to build, man, because it's us, our
Yeah.
brothers, man. I'm excited because this to me, this story is a candidate to main event, Stand and Deliver, than the title match, in my opinion, just because
For
of the
sure.
story and the build
To
behind
the
it.
story itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, my gut when I first started watching NXT and seeing Mello and how the way he was moving, to your point, Jackie, some stars are just born to be heels first. Sasha Banks, she like I say, that's a great comparison. The swagger of their character, it's just who they are. It's who they really are. And I think now we're getting ready to see who he is. He's going to shine through. Because he needs this going up to when him and Trick finish that this rivalry at Stand and Deliver. I think he needs to go into the main roster as a heel. I think that's where he's going to do his best work. The total I am him persona is heel. So I'm looking forward to him, being shot to the moon as that way, rather than the face. So I think I'm excited to see what he can do. For sure.
Yeah, but the match between him and Trick is going to be really good as well. I can see
yeah.
their contrasting styles is going to be really good. So
Trick,
the match itself should be really good.
What y'all think? Let me ask y'all this: is when I see Trick's his body, I are there comparisons out there to him with Booker T?
I mean, if you're making that comparison, yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you guys see Booker T? Yeah. Okay.
I can see it.
Thought I was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it.
Legit, man. Yep. Legit. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's. Yeah, so hey, we got a lot of, and like we said, we're on the road to WrestleMania. A lot of story to tell, and we here for it, man. Like we said, let's continue to watch this movie and watch the eat the popcorn and see what's next. But yeah, Jackie, that's
We'll see,
that's what
man.
we got. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll
see.
see.
Yeah.
With that, we're headed into WrestleMania season, which means we actually need to update our power rankings because a lot has happened since the last time we had this particular discussion.
Yeah.
So what we had in the past was at 10 Randy Orton, 9 Kevin Owens, 8 Nia Jax, 7 Shinsuke, Cody at number 6, which means this has been a long time. Wow.
You gotta make a move.
Number 5 was Io, 4 Rhea, 3 Gunther, 2 our tribal chief, and number 1 Seth Rollins. So what needs to change here, gentlemen? What needs to happen?
A lot. We're gonna have to do this in record time.
I believe for sure Cody could go top 5. Io has not been wrestling defending anything as of late.
I agree with you, wise man. He ain't moving. He said, "Nah."
I disagree with that one.
Yeah, with the work that's been going on with Cody, I would say he needs to slide ahead, maybe slide up in top 4, maybe swap Rhea out.
I think Rhea still deserves to be in the top 5, so I agree with that. I don't think Seth is number 1 anymore based on the things that are happening. Honestly, I don't think...
he had an injury.
I think Gunther kind of slides back just a tad, just based off the Royal Rumble itself. So I think it goes Tribal Chief 1, Seth 2, Cody 3, Gunther 4, Rhea 5.
I'm cool with that.
Griff?
Yeah, I'm cool with that one. Io was out.
Yeah, just because she hasn't done much.
That's what I'm saying.
Done anything.
No,
she hurt
exactly.
Nah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I don't know. So what about the backside of this?
Yeah, Drew McIntyre needs to slide in here.
Okay.
4.
Yep, thank you.
Shinsuke, I believe, needs to take a seat.
Hey, Shinsuke kind of finding himself mid-card in the moment, ain't he?
Yeah, Shinsuke need to exit.
He kind of like that third, fourth heel that call me when you need me to come say some vicious things, and then
Right.
So does he come all the way out?
Drew, yeah, he comes all the way out, and then Drew can maybe go. Drew can maybe go to 6.
You trying to think of Logan?
Nah, not enough.
I'm good with that. I think Logan's done. I think Logan has defended the title. Yeah,
he's
been on the show
more. He has been on the show more.
I think he is at least in the top 10. I wouldn't say he's 6 or 7, but I would say he's at least in the top 10. Hell, he got a title. Respect to that. So a great call on that, Griff. I would agree with that.
So Drew, Logan. Who rounds out? Yeah, what we gonna do with these last 3 here, gentlemen?
I don't think Randy needs to be in there.
Yeah.
Damn,
my boy
I'm sorry.
Jay had a couple wins.
See, this makes me feel like a hater because
you the Jay hater. Explain yourself all you want to. You a Jay
I don't
hater, no
know.
matter what.
He said explain.
This actually feel like a hater because I want
Explain
to
this
say
way,
no.
right? Explain your way.
I have no reason to say no. But something in
Yeah.
the fiber of my being says no.
Who else been hot like by themselves? Anybody on SmackDown side that we're forgetting? Besides
There's not much on SmackDown. Like what happens in those 2 hours?
yeah, them
Like,
things just fly
Long
right
matches. Long qualifying matches.
by. Yeah.
And promo segments.
That Drew versus who was
Sammy.
Drew? Yeah, that was a good match this week.
Mm-hmm.
That actually was a good match. It was long, Griff. I agree. And like, not too long, but it was longer. But it was a good match.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So we got Drew up I'm just naming this right now. We can switch it. But Drew at 6, Logan 7, Jay in there somewhere.
Jay at 8.
I still think Nia Jax still needs to be in there.
She can go 9.
Maybe she can go 10, bro.
And then that's EO. And then EO. So that's the 5 right there. So now let's put those back in order. So EO probably needs to be number 6 because she still has a title, even though she hasn't defended it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there somebody in those 5 people that we just named that do it better than her?
Oh, wait a minute. So we got Drew, Jay, Nia,
Logan.
Okay. You can go EO 6, Drew 7, Logan 8.
Is
Nia
KO
9,
leaving? Is
and
KO
Jay
leaving?
10.
KO's
KO
leaving,
ain't been
right?
having no match. He ain't been having no match since the Rumble.
And he got disqualified. Well, we know it's all part of the story, but okay.
Yeah, but still, but he got disqualified. Yeah,
he didn't win the match, right?
Yeah.
So KO comes out. KO and Randy come out, and we swapping them. So
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at number 1, our tribal chief. Number 2, Seth Rollins. Number 3, Cody Rhodes. Number 4, Gunther. Number 5 is Rhea Ripley. Number 6, EO. Number 7, Drew. Number 8, did we say Jay?
Yeah. Jay is 8.
No, I'm sorry. No, number 8 was Logan. Number 9, Nia. And number 10, Jay. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. That makes sense to me. Okay. We knocked that one out, gentlemen. That's good. That's good stuff.
Good work.
It's always hit or miss on how fast that gets done. But
remember how slow when we first started this, it was a half hour in itself.
We was having some thoughts. We was having some thoughts. Okay, man, let's switch gears because we haven't checked in on our fantasy draft in quite some time. The road to WrestleMania has its bumps in the roads for our fantasy teams, I'm sure. So let's take a look at this.
Hope I don't see a negative somewhere.
I've been off the road.
That's right. Your road derailed a long time ago.
What was that pay-per-view back in the day before?
Okay,
Fastlane.
Here we are.
And it's a 2-horse race.
Look at you, Coach, with some points. Look at you out here with points.
It ain't over for you, Coach. Ain't over for you yet.
I can't catch it, man.
It ain't over yet.
Oh, shit. I can spin, huh?
Yeah.
He got excited. I can spin.
So Griff is in the lead with 88 points. I don't know where you're getting these points from. I have no clue what be happening on the shows.
I'm surprised because with my girls losing the belts and losing a rematch and Lola cashing in and losing early, I was like,
Yeah, you would have thought
dog.
That's
you would have thought
right.
that would have cost you some.
How
Yeah.
is this man still in the league?
Oh,
Where are my
hey,
points?
can we see the roster? Is that?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
maybe
Yes.
I can answer
And
why.
Looks like Bobby got me a win, so yeah, I'm looking good. I could be still far behind, but I'm moving up.
Griff,
So
you got DIY. That's why.
yeah,
That's
I was
helpful.
gonna say
That's helpful.
Lola, Tiffany, Randy, Shinsuke had a big win this week. Logan.
Mhm.
So I see probably why. Yeah, especially with Lola winning tonight. But my only fear is the Katana, because the thing that WWE is known for is
They gonna give them the titles back.
when the women when they lose them tag team titles, they off TV for a minute.
They go. They go. Okay, anybody want to spin tonight?
Trade cost me what, 12 points, right?
It's an outright trade, yes. To spin, it only costs you 2.
Spin. So when I spin, one of them I can pick who I want to come off the board, or I add them. I forget. How does that work again?
Yeah, so you can get rid of one person, and then you can spin, and that'll tell us who you got coming to your team. That's right. You do got Alba Fire in them still.
I need to get Apollo Crews off my screen.
You got Apollo Crews. We ain't seen Apollo Crews.
Yeah, let me spin to get Apollo.
He on main event only though.
Level up. Level up.
You got Apollo Crews.
I do want to spin to get Apollo Crews off my screen.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get technology to let us spin. Here we go. Technology has allowed us to do this. All right, brother. Here we go.
All right.
For Apollo Crews, your spin.
For Apollo Crews. Somebody that's wrestling right now. Anybody. Somebody that's on the show.
Oh.
Yes, boy.
Yes,
I'll take it.
Oh.
Finally worked out in my favor.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, boy. I'll take it because I think they gonna get some wins coming here.
Okay.
At some point.
So you're taking Apollo Crews off. Adding Pretty Deadly.
Somebody that's on the show.
So -2 there.
And wrestling.
This dude said avocado.
Any other spins, gentlemen? I'll keep that in mind, wise man. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Right.
So,
I feel as though my team is going to work out for me in the end, so we'll be okay. Okay. Well, let's keep it moving then, gentlemen. All right. Very good. All right, man. It is indeed Black History Month, and we are a couple days behind on this particular segment. But we want to take some time to send some shout outs to our B500 list. If you remember a while back, Righteous Reg made a list of the top 500 Black wrestlers in the indies and just out there in the world today. And so we just want to take a little bit of moment and shout out some people on our little bit of platform here. So
nice.
Who wants to jump in and go first?
I'll go first. I got my stuff up.
Let's see. Give me a second. Come on.
All right. I want to give a shout out to this is Mercedes Blaze from London, from the UK. She's doing her thing, obviously, out there in the smaller indie promotions. Rev Pro, Wrestle Carnival, in progress right now. Had the belts. Had actually a brief appearance back in 2019 in NXT UK before the pandemic hit and everything went crazy. Solid wrestler, still mastering the craft. Obviously, she's thriving as a heel, doing some heel work. Strong, athletic, getting better. Hopefully she can get better and get under in WWE's radar in NXT. I would say, I would compare her right now to maybe, obviously Naomi, Trinity, maybe Trinity Light. I would say Trinity Light, obviously. That could be something, we can have as a comparison. But follow her at her IG, Mercedes Blaze and IG. Just giving her flowers. Continue to do good work out there.
All right.
Shotgun drop
Good
kick.
deal.
Huge impact. And we know
Griff,
what
over
comes
to you.
next.
Yes, sir. Man, I want to give a shout out to my man that's coming up here. This is Mr. Stampede Larkin, who's a big powerhouse. He reminds me of Tony Atlas Jr. You see that kind of rock bottom in the suplex here, man. Very big powerhouse. You can find him on Instagram at Stampede_2531. And also he has a few links and a few shows. I know when I last looked, they were postponing rescheduling. And they got some shows coming up in Kentucky. You can also follow that link. And also he had his own pro wrestling tee shop with his own merchandise at www.prowrestlingtees.com. But make sure you look up my man. His name is Stampede Larkin. Shout out to him. Me and him did have a couple conversations. He was very thankful for our platform to give a shout out and giving us the look and the love as well too. So he want me to tell all your brothers thank you for this shout out in this moment in time as well. And again, Stampede_2531 on Instagram. And check him out on YouTube and just type in Stampede Larkin if you want to see some wrestling footage as you see here, some clips here. And check my man out and go support if you're in the Kentucky area.
Nice.
Good deal. Good deal. Speaking of Kentucky, my person is from Kentucky as well, man. Kentucky clearly putting out some bangers, clearly, because we done went and found everybody over there. So.
Right in the center of the ring. There's the cover.
Can y'all see this?
Yeah, yes, sir. She's up and running.
Damn, I can't see a damn thing. Oh, okay, there we go.
You were right.
Okay, so my person is Alexis Littlefoot, a.k.a. Young Littlefoot.
Could be all right here.
Very athletic young lady, as you can see here, man.
With a big knee there. Hold on
I
to
have
it.
enjoyed watching her few matches online that I could find. I've enjoyed specifically her on X. I follow her on X and follow her on Instagram and things. And just like her engagement with her fans, I have admired. So definitely one of the top people that I follow on X. So please go follow her. You can follow her at Young Littlefoot. That's YUNG Littlefoot on X and on Instagram. She is from Kentucky as well, and I stand all things Kentucky from my little stint in that area. So huge shout out to these people, man. Hopefully our little moment in the sun will give y'all a little bit more in your world. So huge shout out to y'all. Keep grinding, and we hope that y'all get everything that's coming to each and every one of you.
This could be all right here.
All right, boys. This has been good, man. This has been fun to kind of get back into the groove.
Hold on to it.
We had a couple breaks.
Wait a minute.
But it's nice to kind of get back together and have a good discussion, man. It's nice to see y'all again and kind of break this all down. So let's go ahead and get on out of here. Coach, man, let the people know where they can find you.
Right. Y'all can find me on Coach Montay 24 at IG as we continue to learn and grow and bring y'all good content that we are passionate about and excited about. Just continue to hit that like and subscribe button as we grow. We want to continue to grow this community, man. So we appreciate the love and support. Yep. Thank y'all.
Griff, let the people know where they can find you.
Yes, sir, man. You guys can check me out at Griff Nation 84 over there at IG and also at X, formerly known as Twitter, at CGriff84.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever it may be, at Jackie Miles 42. You can find the Wise Man on Cash App and somewhere over on Instagram at BDix989. Follow us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling, at Ebony Championship Wrestling on Instagram and at Ebony Championship Rest on Twitter. We couldn't afford the link. It's really expensive, man. I don't know if y'all know, getting those extra letters, it's really, really expensive.
4 letters.
But make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We thank you for the views, and we hope that y'all continue to engage with us here at Ebony Championship Wrestling. This is ECW. We are signing off. But Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out. See y'all
We'll
next week.
see y'all next time. Peace out. Y'all have a good night.